Hello, my friends. This week we have Tucker is my co-star. He's my handsome boy. He also is screen shy and won't look at the camera. But yeah, he's my baby. Anyhow, we're here for Flosstube. So today, let me start this again. Hello, my friends. This is Victoria. Welcome back to Harvestman Creates. Today we have Tucker. Tucker is my other baby. He's my needy boy tonight. So hopefully he won't be disruptive. But anyhow, tonight we're here for my Wipgo plants. And so made my Wipgo board. I'm still not very good at this. There we go. Wipgo, Wipgo. Wipgo is something that Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff came up with, gosh, many years ago. 2018, 2019, maybe? It's been a while. Tried doing it last year. I did okay for January. I did less okay for February. And then I completely abandoned it in March. And then didn't get back into it until November. Because I was doing all this. And by this I mean my RV reno. And so, Tucker, please lay down. Lay down, baby. So now I picked it back up in November, December, and thankfully kind of rocked it out of the park for those 2 months. However, I thought I would take this opportunity to show you my plans for this year. How I normally do my Wipgo board is I have, and I mentioned this in my last video, I use an app, this little app right here, which is, is it Tiny Decisions? I think it's Tiny Decisions. And the other one that I used when I didn't have an iPhone was Decision Roulette, which I think is available on both. But what I liked about Tiny Decisions is that you can make it not like once that's been called, it's grays it out, and so it won't call it again. And if Decision Roulette had that capability, I didn't know how to use it. That and Decision Roulette had a limit on the number of things you could put on a wheel, which my whip wheel is very colorful, and there is only one thing per color. And I have this one's not numbered. Yeah, this one doesn't, this one is not numbered, but I feel like it's over 50. Anyhow, so anyway, for every square, I have 6 whips. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are cross stitch related. The other one is when I can't figure out what I want to eat. I just spin my wheel and it tells me whether I want like Mexican or Chinese or hamburgers, because I'm that basic. Anyhow, I have a whip board, I have a new start board, I have a kit or not to kit board. And this board was my Wipgo board, which now that I'm thinking of it. Oh, so this is what I originally went through. So I use number 13 as a free space of sorts. I always keep it as new start of choice, and my goal is one length of thread. Because when that space is called, that makes the third number called for the month. And I didn't want to have my goals be too much for me to actually handle. And I figured starting something new and putting a length of thread in is not going to take much time at all. Anyhow, who doesn't want to start something new? So on my Wipgo board, I have on here, I have new start on twice, and I have spin whip wheel on 6 times, so that the emphasis would hopefully be more spin whip wheel. And I know that I could have just had the 2 and go in there and change the weight of each thing, but I just thought this looked prettier. Made me feel better. So anyway, for every day I'd spin it, and it would tell me what category I was going to put on that day. And so in my little this little block right here, I would put whether it was a whip or like this one was a new start. And so I would go through and fill that in first. And then once I did that, I would go through and, sorry, I had my phone sitting in my lap, so I gotta get used to looking at y'all. Oh, no. I would go through and then choose my appropriate board, and there's my new start board, which is even worse than my whip board, which my 24 and 24s are still on here. I didn't want to actually take them off of here until I actually started them, because, you know, there's always that instance that maybe I won't actually start it, and then I'd have to put it back in the wheel. And anyway, so once I actually started, I'll take it off here and put it in my whip wheel. So then I'd spin that. Every time I had a new start, I'd spin that. And then when I got done filling in all the new starts, I would go into the whip wheel, which looks very similar. And I would go in and spin that for every space that you know, had whip marked. So all the most things had a goal of 5 days. And I'm not picky on whether that's just 30 minutes in the day, whether it's an hour in the day, whether it's 5 hours. I just want to touch it for 5 days. Like, take it out, work on it, even if it's only just a couple of stitches. That's 2 stitches I didn't have. So anyway, so everything with the exception of that center square has a goal of 5 days or a finish, because if I pulled out the project and it was close to a finish, or if it's a small enough project, like I have a berry on here, which my very first new start for the year was a Erica Michaels berry, and I finished it in 5 days. So I should be able to finish a berry. So that one says 5 days are finished, because, you know, sometimes I like to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. But I do have 2 projects on here that are exclusively finish, because they are small and don't need much work at all. They're very little work. So anyhow, let's get down. Okay. There are a couple of berries on this one, actually, and I thought I had thought, why does my screen keep going dim? I don't know how to change that, but it disturbs me. Anyway, so yes, let's get to the projects, because let's face it, that's why you're here. Not to listen to me ramble, which it's only video 2, but that's just who I am. You're gonna hear me ramble. I'm gonna be a rambler. I thought I was gonna have these tiny little videos, which I might still, because I am starting off with some bigger subject category. I'm reaching for words here. There's a lot. 25 projects to show. 24 projects to show. That's a lot. Anyhow, let's get started. So, December 25th, Jessie pulled the numbers, and the first number she called was number 22. So, that project for me is a dimensions kit called Believe. It's really cute. I love this, and I feel like when I'm done stitching it on this, if I decide to give it away, I might change the colorway to blues and silvers, because as you can tell by my background, I'm a blue person. I just happen to be wearing a blue sweatshirt tonight too. That's fun. Anyhow, Believe. When I started it, I had less on it than what I'm going to show you, but I worked on it last night. And it was Sunday, so I had plenty of time to stitch. When I first started it, I only had the Believe in, and the E and the L was not backstitched. And since then, I have put in that line of backstitching, this outline of stitching, this square of stitching, which there's more, but, and then that stitching and that stitching, which effectively was a, she's hiding me scratching my nose behind, I have the Flosstube itchy nose. I have, I finished an entire thread of that color, an entire thread of this green. Not just a strand, but the entire thread. And then I did a thread of that light green. And if I didn't do an entire thread of the darker red, I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure that this line had me finishing that thread of the darker red. So, I love it. It's fun. I don't think I'll get it done. So who knows? If I crank this out, I mean, this is only day, I'm filming this on the 7th. It's Monday the 8th. Ooh, I'm already losing days. I mean, it's only the 8th. So if I do my next project, I will probably only do the 5 days on. Because I'm not as big of a fan of it, but I've started it and I want to finish it and get it done and give it away. I don't know who I'm going to give it to, because when let me just get to it. Anyway, this one goes in her Amazon project bag. Okay, number 2 on my Wipgo board. No, number 9. Number 9 was what was called. That was number 22. All right. Oh, I have to pick this one out because it's in plastic. Okay. This is a kit I've had for a while. It's called Music is Harmony. It's pretty. I like it. However, I don't play a musical instrument. I had bought this because at the time I knew someone who played a violin, and that person is no longer in my life. So I had already started it. So small. I should be able to finish it. And I do know someone else who plays violin. They're not a big part of my life, but I don't know, maybe I'll finish it up as a little pillow and give it to them, even though it's, I don't know. Anyway, this is where I'm at. I have not worked on this yet, so this is the beginning of my space for it for 2024. This is, project bag. This is in a project bag that I made. Again, I have a maritime background. So this one is the one that really stood out to me. There is, there's another one on here too. Oh, this one, I think the whaler, but it's hard to see the full picture. Anyway, and then inside it just has a red and black polka. It is a window project bag. I didn't want to accidentally show you the chart like I did in the first video that I had to cut out. Anyway, so let's try to get through this faster than I need a drink, excuse me. And so now I'll go in order. I think. No, I just have them in this bin. I'll go, well, they're kind of in order, but I don't know which order. So we'll just go. Project bag. I made it. Vanna Pfeiffer tutorial. I don't put a closure on mine because they fold over, like this one folds over here. So if I hold it like this, nothing's falling out. If I put it like this, even hold it like this, nothing's falling out. Anyway, this is Let Freedom Ring. And so a lot of people have seen this. Leela Studio, Let Freedom Ring. One of my more adventurous pieces. I took my pattern and I bound it. I have one of these comb binding machines. I took the cover and I laminated it. So all of the pattern is in here to keep it nicey nice. The pattern pages are not laminated. They're just the regular paper, but I can't show you that. Anyhow, so there's that. I am called for threads, some of them, if not all of them. I don't remember now because I do have some DMC in here and I don't remember if it had DMC called for. I may have gone through and chosen things that were not heavily variegated or didn't matter as much and just picked the DMC. Now I am a big fan of the stitch bow system, which was popular in the 90s. That's how long I've stitched. Or maybe it was semi-popular in the 90s. I don't know. But anyway, I like it because it keeps my thread very similar to a skein. And I'll do a video on that, but I have pocket pages in binders that I keep these in when they're not in projects. So yes. So threads. This is horrible. I'm horrible at this. Hopefully I will get better. I have a piece of, oh, this is fun. This is, must you? Harvest. She's a little antsy today. She's trying to get a bone out from under her bed. So this is a piece of 18 count Aida Fiddler's cloth that I over dyed. So you can see the speckles in it, but then it's got modeling too. The modeling is what I put on it. The speckles were already there. But yeah, so fun. Fun stuff. We'll see how that looks. And then I've got some gassed. Oops. That must have been an extra DMC that wasn't on the bobbin. There are more threads than this. They must be in other projects. I will sometimes, I have a list of where my DMC bobbins are. And so oh, this looks horrible. I have a better system than this, I promise. But this is just how this one is. Oh my goodness. I'm so embarrassed for myself right now. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. Colors on the fabric. Didn't do a great job of showing you that. What's the point in this video? I don't know. Keeping myself accountable, maybe. Sometimes I wonder. Oh, and then I have a needle minder, which I can't remember where it's from, but it's on my bag. It's a little Americana needle minder. It's there. So, the reason that this is in my Wipgo and not marked as a new start, it's actually in here as a whip, because it would be a restart. I did start it on plain Ada, plain oatmeal. I call it oatmeal. It's Fiddler's Ada, and I didn't like it. Like, there was a color that was blending in, I think, and it was a pretty predominant color in the pattern. And instead of changing the color, I really didn't like the cloth with it. So I just cut a new piece and over dyed it. So there's that. Next, we have another whip. This is in a project bag I made. Look at these cute chickens. I might regift this project bag. Though I think. Anyway, and it's got red gingham inside. So this project is, I'm putting it down here so I'm not showing you the chart, is Dolly Mamas. Put your big girl panties on and deal with it. It's kind of a motto I have. I just realized there's a chicken at the bottom of the pattern, and that's probably why I put it in this bag. How fun. So there's that. And it's on the Kits 14 count Ada. And this is the start I have. So that's where she's starting for the year. That should be fun. She's one that I hope that I can... Oh, I just have 5 days written down. But I feel like she's small enough I could get her finished. Alright, and then next is in a So Much to Love bag. I love these bags. This is... The bag has... paw prints inside. So cute. Okay, so this is Turkey Sausage by Plum Street Samplers. How cute, if I turn it the right way, is that? It's adorable. Stinking adorable. And let's see where I've gotten I have a weird little needle minder that I made on it. Oh, I just got part of the U Urki and part of one of the doxies started. Eighteen count Fiddler's Ada, because apparently I had a lot of it. And then I'm using the DMC that she puts in there, and these are, oh, I lost one of my tags. Anyway, so these are the DMCs that are her conversions. Why does that one, oh, it's over here. Anyway, so yeah, it's all very rustic fall colored. Yeah, I love this bag. This may have been one of my first So Much to Love bags. I need to pick that up. Hold, please. Definitely need to cut that out. Where are you going, Tuck? I'm gonna toot you away. Okay, next bag. And another project bag I made. Patriotic Snoopy. This one is a New Start. This is one of my Eric Michaels berries. This one is Expect Less. Pretty sure this was the first year I was in the club. This round of them, they're called Quaker Wisdom berries. I believe she has released. So, and that will be on R&R Berry Brew with the called for flosses. There's a lot in this one, but yep, there they are. Oh, the inside of this one has a red and white stripe. Next up, another So Much to Love bag. How cute is this? This is, Pam and a couple other ladies are, I just saw on their Flosstube yesterday, they are selling this. It is, where's the cover? Here it is. Hands-On Designs Good Ship Sampler. Let me take it out of that plastic. I don't know why I try to do things with plastic on. Hands-On Design Good Ship Sampler. I love this design. This is one of the first kits I bought that wasn't, first patterns I bought that wasn't a Dimensions kit. And I'm doing mine on, bet you can't guess, 18 count Fiddler's Ada with the called for threads. Let's do this the right way. Here's where I'm at. It's still in the hoop because I had it pretty perfectly stuck in there. But needle minder I made. It was just a little something I found at Hobby Lobby or maybe even Walmart, and I just glued a magnet on the back. But I love this so very much. So much. One of my favorite patterns. Hands-on Designs is one of my favorite. Are these really in this? Or did I just stick them in there? No, they're in there. They just were randomly stuck in there, so it didn't seem like they were part of the... So I don't have a good... There's another one in here too somewhere. Where is it? Where are you? Here it is. The brown. So here are the Weeks and the Gast. I don't think there anymore. I think this is it. I think that's the color palette. So pretty. There's really not much of these two used, which is, I think, why I was like, what is going on with that? But anyway. So there is that. Good chip sampler. Few of these are part of my Stitch Mania. I've done Stitch Mania, or have been going to do Stitch Mania. Let's start there. I started Stitch Mania, I think, 2018? Definitely in 2019, but I think I started it in 2018. And Let Freedom Ring was in my Stitch Mania, and Turkey Sausage was in my Stitch Mania. My goodness. This maybe might have been in my Stitch Mania. Not sure. Okay. Oh, this one's going to require me to do something different. This is another So Much to Love bag. Cute little Alice in Wonderland. It's the Disney version. I love Alice in Wonderland. So, Brooks Books. It's another one I made my own booklet out of. Wonderland Collection. This is the computer-generated mock-up of all of the characters. This has been in my Stitch Mania. I think the only Stitch Mania that I actually did every single day was the very first one. And I only bring that up because, oh, someone else, I got a thread bed from someone, oh gosh, I can't even remember where now. I can't remember where I ordered these things from. Cute little thread bed. Here's my needle minder where I'm at here. And then here we go. This is a pretty, not the full way I store them, but, oh, I must have stolen the ring or it came off. Anyway, these are the mini pages, but this is how my bobbins get stored, usually in their projects. I have at some point, I want to go through and make little, like, covers for these. It's on my to-do list. But anyway, so that is the flosses and all my paraphernalia that lives in the bag, because this project, I'm actually doing them all on one piece of thing, and I have scroll rods. I have it on scroll rods. I hope this is the right one. Yes. This is a piece of Ada. I just made a little sleeve. It doesn't even match the project bag. I made a little sleeve to put them in because I have a lot more rods. These are the really cheap, like, ones you can get from the craft stores, big box stores, or even Amazon. And I have a lot of the different lengths of rods, but I only have a few of the side pieces. And so I just keep it closed with a piece of Velcro. But let's see. Let's see where my ginormous start is. Here we go. There we go. There is my enormous start. I am a center starter for the most part. This is the center of 2 rows across. Basically, the picture that I showed you is what I was going to do, I think. I mean, this is a pretty big piece of fabric, so maybe I was going to do it 3 by 4. In which case, this wouldn't be the center. I don't even remember anymore, folks. I'll have to get this back out and really play with it when it's called to figure it out. But here's the back side of my very large start. It's not even a full piece. It's not even a full thread. Let me get those covered up. And then put this tie back on here. All right, come on. Put that tie back on there. And then I just stick it back in the bag. At some point I'll make a decent closure for it too. Again, in the future. Okay, so that's Wonderland collection. Another So Much to Love bag. I think, I don't know. Anyway, So Much to Love. What's in this one? Oh, another hands-on design. I don't remember what I was watching. It might have been on her Flosstube a few years ago. We may have to cut that back out. So let's start this again. So Much to Love bag. Hands-on design. A few years ago, was it 20? It might have been 2019. I can't even remember now. It might have been 2021. I'm looking to see if there's is this a booklet? I can't show you this because this is the chart right here, but I'm looking for the cover photo. A fishtail. Has nothing on a salty yarn. This was a salty yarn exclusive. And so it was a kit for this pattern and a few other little patterns. The box that you're seeing behind there. And then there's some other cute little pieces. The patterns for all of it and the finishing items and, like I said, the box all came in the kit. When I saw her show this on her Flosstube, I immediately called a salty yarn. Not immediately, because I'm pretty sure I was probably watching the Flosstube at night. The next time I knew it was open, I called a salty yarn. And pre-ordered pre-ordered the kit or got my name in the list. However, I wanted this kit. It was sweet. I don't live too awfully far. Well, I say that. It would definitely be a day trip. Better more of a weekend trip because Salty Yarn is on the outer fork of Maryland, Ocean City area. I think they've just moved. It's probably been a year, maybe 2 now. But to like the next town up or down or however, it's still close to it used to be on the boardwalk, I think. Anyway, I digress. Maryland. So I'm probably about 3 hours away. I live in Virginia, Northern Virginia, but not what you think of when you think, like, when Virginians talk of Northern Virginia, they're talking of, like, up near DC. I live on the North Fork of Virginia, which is a little bit different. It's a lot more rural. Anyway, so there is that. That is Salty Yarn. The like, not pattern, the picture for it. I have all of the pretty flosses because it also came with this beautiful little floss ring, and here are the gorgeous flosses. I love the colors that Kathy uses when she designs. And the called for fabric, which I'm actually not sure what this is without looking for it because I was not that prepared. So that's where I'm at. Vita some waves and has something on another dot. Anyway, that's where I was. I cannot wait. This is in my mania. This took place of something that I finished from my first mania, so this got put into my mania. I think I made this needle minder. I bought some like sparkly pins or something at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, wherever I could find those things. Maybe it's probably either Hobby Lobby or Joann's, and I cut the pin off the back and just glued magnets on. So there. Oh, let me put the threads back in. Don't let those get away. All right. So that was fishtail. Next is project bag I made. This is a new start. And this is project bag has this. Oh, let me just pull the thing out and you can see it. Project bag. This is pretty matchy, kind of. I think these were fat quarters from Joann's. Flosses for this. Oh, I should probably show you the pattern. The pattern is a frosted pumpkin stitchery pattern. Come on, don't be a pain. It doesn't want to come out. Ugh. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Easy peasy by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. So that will be fun. piece of 18 count Ada that I hand dyed for, this is probably more the actual color, for this project. And the colors. So cute. I shouldn't sing. All right. So yes, easy peasy. And then fabric and flosses, so that will be a new start. I am zipping things up in the zippers. Alright, next in the line. This one, I can tell right now, was a Wipgo project. This is an OG Wipgo project. And if it's what I think it is... Oh yeah. So this one, I don't know if I can show you the pattern. Because... Oh, no. It's a free chart. So it says, this chart may be reproduced for free distribution, but not changed, kitted, or sold. So I got it from Kreinik. So see how that goes. But it is called Belenite. And I put this in my very first Stitch Mania. I have the Kreiniks, which I will probably be, these are the Kreinik colors for it. And my original fabric I did not like. I don't even remember what I had for the original fabric. I feel like there's maybe one. No, there's not. So, but then enter this piece of hand-dyed 18 count Ada. It's blues and purples that I dyed myself. Let's see. Which I think all of these colors will pop out on. And it will seem maybe like a night time. Anyway. That's that pattern and those flosses and the fabric. And this is another one I have a whopping start on that you may not even be able to see. I couldn't even tell you the direction of this one. But look at that. Look at that. Fabulous start right there. Ooh, where it is. There it is. Oh my goodness. That last stitch is even horrible looking. I dropped my project bag, guys. So, yeah. This has been in my mania. That one that I just... It's kind of in the middle of the month, so I kind of lose steam. It's in that range. A project bag I made. Vana tutorial. It's kind of in that time of the month where I'm not like, where I've kind of lost steam off the initial, but then I'm not at the close to the end of the month where I'm like, oh, I haven't gotten much done. So it tends to get overlooked a little. Okay. Next, where are we at? Oh, that's weird. Why was it easy peasy way up there? These are in no particular order I'm finding. This is Give Thanks. This, if anybody follows me on Instagram, I have touched relatively recently because I worked on this. This was in my Wipgo last year in... Was it? No, it was not. It was not. But at the very end of September, I decided what do I want to work on, and I picked this up. This was from a Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine, October 1998. This is called Give Thanks. Actually, no, that is not what it's called. It's called Pilgrim Sampler. But I call it Give Thanks because that's what it says and that's what the article says. But I'm pretty sure it's called Pilgrim Sampler. It's very hard to know. Maybe it is Give Thanks. I don't know. The top of the article says Pilgrim Sampler. Anyway. Again, I digress. From a very old magazine. And I have obviously loved this pattern enough that I actually owned this magazine. So 1998. I've been stitching since just prior to that. Lost my train of thought. It completely derailed. Oh, so I love this pattern enough that I didn't realize that when I was moving, because when I had this pattern originally, I lived in Connecticut, and when I was moving to Virginia, I went through a lot of my cross stitch magazines, and shocker, I ripped out the patterns I wanted to do instead of just keeping the whole magazine, because I would have been keeping numerous magazines at that point. I just ripped out the patterns I wanted to do. So, not realizing that I had that stashed somewhere, flipping through eBay one day. Oh, hey, look, I like that pattern. Somebody was selling it for a couple bucks. Bought it again. Came across the one I had saved at some point. I was like, oh, guess we do like this pattern. That was probably actually what prompted me to start it. Anyway, that's what you're actually here for, is the Wipgo. And this is all DMC. Oh, and these are a jumble because I actually worked on it and I don't have them in the little sleeves like I should. I'm trying to organize it a little bit. Sorry folks, sorry. It's pretty colorful. I like it. I like it a lot. It's really hard to show a handful of DMC threads. Oh man, I cracked myself up. So I've gotten some progress on this. Okay. Oh, there's even a thread. No, it's not hanging. It's just that's the last thread I worked on. I was working on that pretty blue. This is where I'm at. This is actually pretty much as big as the pattern really is. It's that. Bet you can't guess. 18 count Fiddler's Ada. I don't know if I could get that at Walmart or whether it was just they had a lot of that on hand at the store, but this is the full piece. Because I didn't really need this big of a piece for this chart, but I guess I didn't really realize that at the time. So there's that. That's where I'm at on that. That is Give Thanks. Project bag I made with that inside. Vana tutorial. Next up, another project bag I made. Just a straight up blue inside. What is this? Oh, this is a kit. This is a dimensions kit. I have actually thought about FFO or UFOing this one. There's a lot of blended threads in this one, and it's just not very thrilling to work on. I think this is one of my manias, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it is a dimensions kit. This is what it will finish up to. Pretty sure I have that mat somewhere. It was called A New Beginning, A Treasured Thoughts by, that was the bottom pieces. I had to cut it up to fit it into the page protectors. I did that a long time ago. So anyway, there's that. And that's the pattern. Here are the flosses. And my whopping, oh goodness, I don't even know which side is up. I have some sunset done, some sky. I don't know which side is up without actually examining the pattern. But that's where I was on that. I'm just not, it doesn't make me excited to stitch it. So, well, we'll see. We'll see how far I get. Another pattern, another project bag by me. What's the inside of this one look like? Just some black and white wavy lines. Got a little groovy on this one. Let's see, what is this? What is this? Oh, Plum Street Samplers, Cape Cod Keeps. And I think I'm working on the mermaid one. I have this. I have another piece of fabric in here to do the other one as well. But so it's 18 cloth Fiddler Zeta. Surprise there. What is this? Oh, that's probably the chart. Handful of DMC. These are the DMC flosses. So Hands-On Design is one of my favorite designers. Plum Street is another of my very favorite designers. My goodness, my face is so itchy today. Oh, it got cold here today, and that's probably why. Probably got a little bit of wind. There's a pair. Oh, there's a pair of scissors in here without. I think I know now. I had a scissor sheath that didn't have scissors in it, and I think that's where those came from. Anywho, oh, another whopping start. Yes, I was working on the mermaid one. Fun stuff. This one is one of my mania projects as well. So you will see this again. Okay. Oh, another cute project bag I made. This one is, you can see it's got a pink bandana print in the background. No, it's not bandana. Oh, this is why I don't sell them, because we get these little flaws like this in the binding. And even though they look good in a good flash, yeah, they're pretty flawed. Anyway, they hold my projects together. So this is a new start. This is still all in the package. I haven't even opened it. It is Erica Michaels' The Goldfinch Bird Songberry. So this is let me just tuck that in so that called for threads. Berry Brew. I think it was the Dying to Stitch kit. This is how it would come. Finishing fabrics. And then this is probably the letter that came in that month's. Yeah. So there's that. Ooh. So that one, new start. Oh, we're getting there. Okay. Project bag made by me. I think I have another one exactly the same. That's in my 24. New starts by 24. This is another new start. This is Hugs and Kisses by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And that is going to be on a piece of, white iridescent 14 count Aida. There it is. There's the shimmer. With the called for DMCs. Very Valentine's Day. Maybe these will get called. Maybe this number will get called next month. New start, obviously. So there's that. The project bag by me. Vana tutorial style. There's my inside. This is, this is another new start. Janlin kit. I'm going to try not to take it out. It's called Rest Stop. Janlin kit. From 1996. I feel like this is a pattern that I've seen elsewhere though. So kit Aida and so I have these that I bought for came with its needle. But this is how the old school kits would come. In these hanks of flosses. And then you had to figure out, look at that fuzzy stuff. It's probably Kreinik. And you had to figure out this is definitely Kreinik. Again, you had to figure out what was what. So I'm not really looking forward to doing that. I wish I had already done it, but alright, so I have that to do at some point. Maybe that's what I'll get done for my Wipgo. Oh, anyway. Obviously a new start. This one. This was my original Mania. This is called Moon Phases. Oh, my face. And it is called Cross Stitch with Art. Now this was, I got this on Etsy. I do not know if this designer is still designing, if that's even their shop name still. But I love the moon. Actually, I love all things celestial. I have a background in maritime. I actually took navigation. I had to take celestial navigation courses. Can I remember how to do that? No. Maybe little bits, but not much. So anyway. Floss colors are gray, and more gray, and a little bit of ecru. And though the pattern showed white, I chose black. Here's my menial little center starter, my needle minder. I think I made it, but I could have bought it somewhere. I think I made that. I don't know anymore. Project bag is puppies, because I love puppies, and inside is bandanas. I think this one always fell, and because it was mania, it always fell. I used to go on a vacation every May, and it seemed to always fall on travel days, which disturbed me to no end because I love this pattern. So happy when it was called in Wipgo. Okay. Another Fauna bag. Oh, this one is on a Q-snap. This is a winter pattern. This bag is kind of sparkly. It's got snowmen on it, so I'm pretty sure that the pattern inside is of snowmen. And then it's got winter snowflakes, which is it sparkly? No, it's just kind of foily. All right. Oh yes, this is out of a magazine as well. Now, I do not have, I don't think, I do not have the picture. So, this is from Cross Stitch and Needlework, December 1999. It is called Star of Wonder. So it is somewhat religious, but not overly. It's kind of in a sampler style. I'm going to flash it quick because, I mean, that magazine is old enough now that I don't know. Anyway. Cross Stitch and Needlework, December 1999. The name of the pattern is Star of Wonder. But it's a snowman and a bunny, and they see the star in the sky. Star of Wonder, Star of Light, above and below. There's a house and trees and snowdrifts, and the sides have holly on it, and snowflakes in the corner. Is what it will look like, because I am not even remotely there. Oh, so I have my Q-snap in here, but it's not on the Q-snap. And I'm using this cute little 31 Notions pouch. But here, well, I'll go ahead and show you where I'm at. Must have stopped in mid-stitch. I'm doing it on 18 count Navy Ada. And that's where I'm at. Made that needle minder. It's upside down. Myself. It's a unicorn. It's a diamond. It's kind of cute. Anyway, has nothing to do with the pattern. So that is where I'm at. Now this, yeah, it's 14 count New Navy Ada. I didn't have enough confidence that I could stitch on a dark linen yet. This is how I'm going to make more of these. I did not make this one. I bought this one, but I have every intention of making myself a pattern for this. But this is how I intend to store my flosses on their bobbins, or one of the ways in the projects. Now this is intended to roll up, but it fits better in the bag just folded in half. It has a button It's supposed to roll up. It has a pocket for scissors and stuff. This is super cute. I got this on Etsy years ago. When I started stitching again, like in the teens. So, excuse me. That is Star of Wonder. Oh man, I've got the hiccups now. I need a drink. I've been talking for over an hour already. But there's not much left. 4 more left, I think. Oh my gosh. Cut out that burp. Project bag that I made. Vana tutorial. There's the inside. This is Dimensions Kit. Celestial Gatherings. There it is. Now, I'm not a big zodiac person, but I do know that I'm a Scorpio. Love the constellations, however. And this pattern has the constellations on them as well. Love that awesome sun and the moon. Loved everything about this pattern, which was why I bought it. And I cut off the year it was made. But it's a relatively old one. Anyway, so there's the my hair out of the way. There's the kit. It's got 2 floss cards. These are all the colors. And the kit Ada. My humongous start on it. I don't know which way's up. Of course, I'm a center starter. There we go. It's part of the sun, I imagine. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Okay. Another project bag I made. Pirates of the Caribbean. It has a blue dotted background. So this is a Dimensions Gold kit. Beacon at Daybreak. This one has an obnoxious amount of flosses for being a 5x7 pattern. And, oh, this is not even going to be easy to see. My little start. There it is. It's probably on the lighthouse. Pretty positive it's on the lighthouse. Oh, I've been sitting on my leg. And now my foot is asleep. Ooh. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's that. 2 more. Another project bag I made. Vana style. There's the inside. What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh. Oh my gourd. This was in my Wipgo last year, but it was one of the ones I did not get. or if I did, it was very little bit. These are the colors. I may have taken a couple of them out, but it looks like, okay, so 18 count Fiddler's Ada. There's the color I'm working on, that I overdyed. And I'm working on the outside border. This is what I generally do, is I will count every 10 stitches, put a stitch on the 10th one. Count 10 stitches, put a stitch on the 10th one. And then go back and fill the border. I know that wastes a little bit of thread, but it makes counting very much more easy for me. So that's where I'm at on that. I think this is one I have marked for a finish. So November last year was 2 of these patterns, and I finished both of them. So I should feasibly be able to get this one done, depending on whatever my other project is. And here we go. Oh no, there was one hiding. Let's look at that one first. Another project bag I made. I love me some Scooby-Doo. I was a child in the 70s. So yeah. We have a green polka inside. This is a Dimensions kit. Came with all the finishing stuff. Literally the tiniest little thing. You would think I could get this done. It is probably almost half done. This one I have marked for a finish, because if I don't finish this, there is something wrong with me. I think this was in my Wipgo last year. It may have been... Did I start in September? Maybe this was my second... I don't even remember. I would have to go back and look, and that would add even more time to this video. But this was in my Wipgo last year, and I did pull it out and work on it. And because when I pulled it out, all I had was that tiny little bit of purple in the center. And I did all of that. So I should be able to finish this. Pretty sure this one is in my Mania as well. That's how I got the tiny little bit of purple in the middle. So yeah, there's that. And so here are the flosses for it. So horrible at these guys. And then it has all the finishing. This is the glass and the... I don't have the clips in the bag because I didn't want them to punch a hole in the plastic of the bag. But I have them somewhere else. All right, so that's Butterfly Fantasy. Yes, Butterfly Fantasy. And last but not least, another Vana tutorial bag made by me. This one is it's not sparkly, but it was kind of foiled-ish. Holly leaves. The inside is sparkly though, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch. There it is. And then, all right, this one is still on the Q-snap, which is a big no-no. I know. Stony Creek, 12 Days of Christmas. I am doing that big, huge one there. I love 12 Days of Christmas patterns. And if you're a designer and you have a 12 Days of Christmas pattern, I most likely have it. If not, I need it. Okay, my flosses for this one. because it's Stony Creek and they're extra. And this is still on the Q-snap. I have made an enormous start. This is in the center square. And my little clay needle minder, I do not remember where I got this. My needle minders, I never remember where I got. It's got a little something something on his beard. Bugs me. But anyway, that's where I'm at. This is 28 count fiddlers. Even weave. Yeah. I think this was the first thing I stitched on. The actual first thing I stitched on that was not Ada. It was kind of a big learning curve for me. I've gotten better at switching back and forth now. But and then this gosh, I just bought this too. Grime Guard is off of a shop on Etsy. I'm already blanking on who it's from. I have to sneeze. Achoo! Alright. Yeah. So there's that. That is my Wipgo projects for this year, 2024. We'll see how they get called. I keep them in this bucket, which I have kept my whips in since I got it. Except I used to keep all my whips in it back when I only had like 10 to 12. Now I have way more. That'll be a whole other video. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap that up here. Thank you for watching my first video if you did. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for hanging out to the end because it is obnoxiously long. I don't imagine my regular videos are going to be this long. I just happened to start at the beginning of the year where there's all the adding up to stuff. I think I'm only going to do one video a month though, regular Flosstube, because I only get a few hours in the evening to stitch, and I don't know that there'll be a lot of variety. Well, I mean, with doing the 24 and 24 and the Wipgo, there should be, within a month, there should be at least 4 projects to show progress on. I just don't know that I'd have enough content for a weekly video or even a bi-weekly video. So we'll go with that. We're shooting for a month. That's a good goal to have. And so I would like to do, at some point I'll do a whip grade, but that's going to be a huge video. Huge. Yeah. And in May, or right before May, I'll have my Mania video, which will have 31 projects. Some of them you'll have seen if you watch the videos, because there are a bunch of my Mania projects actually in my Wipgo this year, which is kind of nice. But yeah, and I'll probably maybe do some of my process of things, like how I store my flosses. Well, I mean, all of my fancy floss are in kits. I don't have extra fancy floss right now. But all my DMC, I can show you how I store my DMC. Yeah, just that kind of thing. I do use a planner for keeping track of my stitching. I can talk about that in a video. I can go through my under the bed box, which is not really under the bed. It's up on top of a cabinet, but it is box. I have a lot of finishes in there. Not much fully finished. I can at some point show some fully finished objects too, even though I don't have much hanging around because I don't have very much wall space. My walls are for the most part either windows or cabinets. If I haven't said before, I live in a 32-foot fifth wheel. And so, yeah, cabinets are prime. But yeah, with my two dogs, my two 50 or 60-pound dogs. So dog hair on everything. Anyway, enough about that. Maybe I'll cut all that off. Who knows? I don't know when this is going to go up, but I wanted to get it filmed before I did too much progress on my first Wipgo haul. So, yeah. There's that. It's late. It's time for bed. I'm a night owl though, so it's really probably not time for bed for me. Most of you are probably already in bed. Anyhow, I digress. The dog water bowl is right there. That's why you're hearing Tucker drinking right now. There's not much places to put things. So, anyway, thank you, my friends. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. I still haven't thought of an outro yet. I guess I better should do that too. Yeah, just have a blessed day. That's what I wish for everyone. Have a blessed day. And get some stitching done.